Hi, second graders. We have learned to write a lot of different kinds of writing this year. We've learned to write opinion pieces where we tell what we think. We've learned to write stories. We've learned to write nonfiction, which is a way of teaching our reader about true facts. And this week we're going to start a unit where we learn to write poetry. What do you think you know about poetry? If I asked you, what is a poem? What would you tell me? Interesting. Okay, so on my whiteboard I've written poetry. Let's jot down some ideas. Some people think that poetry can rhyme, but other people think it can rhyme, but it doesn't have to. Doesn't have to rhyme. What else do we think we know about poetry? Yeah, poetry uses interesting words. What else? Okay. Poetry might use things like repetition and it might use things like onomatopoeia. Do we think I can spell that? I'm going to have to double check on that one. Right, which is when the word is sort of a sound like vroom. Let's take a look at some poems today and see what we notice. Today I'm going to read a poem called Treehouse by author Shel Silverstein. A treehouse is a playhouse built in a tree. As I read, I want you to close your eyes and listen and imagine the scene in your head. Here we go. Treehouse by Shel Silverstein. A treehouse, a free house, a secret you and me house. A high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house. A street house, a neat house. Be sure and wipe your feet house is not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. Listen one more time. A tree house, a free house, a secret you and me house. A high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house. A street house, a neat house. Be sure and wipe your feet house is not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. According to the poem, what kind of place is a tree house? What do you think the author means by a street house? How is that different from a tree house? Now let's think about the words that the author uses to describe or tell about the tree house. What are some of the words that you heard the author use? Yes. The author uses the word secret to describe the treehouse. Oh yeah, high up. What else? Leafy. Anything else? My favorite, cozy. So the author uses these words, secret, high up, leafy, and cozy. That kind of paints a pretty happy picture of that treehouse, doesn't it? We're going to read a poem called Boa Constrictor by Shel Silverstein as well. Now, a boa constrictor is a type of snake, and this type of snake wraps its body around its prey and squeezes it until it kills it. Boa Constrictor by Shel Silverstein. Oh, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor. A boa constrictor, a boa constrictor. I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. Well, what do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh, gee, it's up to my knee. Oh my, it's up to my thigh. Oh, fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh, heck, it's up to my neck. Oh, dread, it's up to my... Whoa. What do you think happened at the end of the poem? Okay, let's listen to another poem. This time I want you to think about what you're picturing inside your head as I read the words and what words are helping you make that picture. Here we go. Peaches by Alma Flor Ada. Juicy golden peaches, honey sweet, like a gentle caress in the palm of my hand. Listen one more time. Juicy golden peaches, honey sweet, like a gentle caress in the palm of my hand. Now your job with this poem is, number one, you're going to find the paper that has the poem on it. So it should be in your assignments for this week. Now you're going to take a marker or a highlighter and you're going to highlight or circle the words that you think helped you make the picture. What are the describing words? What are the words that tell what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like? Any words that you think help you make your image, those are the words you're going to mark. Okay, that's your job for this lesson. See you next time.